Oh,
into
we've got
this.
Mahela joining us actually, as you mentioned, Mahela. So
Yeah.
Mahela Jayawardene is joining us live here on Geo Cinema. Thank you so much, Mahela Jayawardene, for joining us. Congratulations again on taking back the helm of Mumbai Indians. Very interesting pricing in terms of the retentions. We saw Jasprit Bumrah is at the top spot, and the split between Surya and Hardik's even very similar to Rohit Sharma as well. What was the thought process behind that?
Well, I think first of all, thanks for having me. Yeah, I think we had extensive discussions. I think these four guys, I think the four senior guys led those discussions. Obviously, what happened last season, as well as how we collectively move forward, I think that was crucial for us to align in that right direction. So, coaching staff, owners, management, and these four guys, I mean, the direction came from them, what needs to be done, how it needs to go about. So, well, as the leadership as well, I know Hardik's being appointed captain. We had that conversation with them, so that was led by them. And obviously, Ro led the retention part, and everyone agreed that Boom's, being the best bowler in the world, and he's been very consistent. And we need to recognize that at the top. And then he wanted the other young Indians to be recognized, and it was his call. So all in all, it was brilliant to see that them leading that conversation and agreeing to everything. So it was quite easy for us.
Yeah, it definitely looks a strong core group. You spoke about the last season, and you said the last season was challenging for MI from an on the pitch, off the pitch perspective as well. What have some of the discussions been for you to move forward?
I think it's about learnings for us, understanding what went right, what went wrong. I think we need to learn from that, and that was part of the discussions that we had. We need to control things on the field, and obviously, then the off the field stuff will be handled quite easily. I think it was tough for us to perform on the field, and everyone acknowledged that we underperformed as a group. So that's where that we need to make sure that we focus on our preparation and our execution. That's key to us. It's a fantastic setup. These 4 or 5 guys have created history. I mean, they've got so many championships under their belt. They've got the experience. As long as they're leading this group in that direction, whoever we get in the auction, they will set an example for those guys as well. And we should be able to compete at that top level.
Yeah, it is definitely. Mumbai Indians are a high-profile team. The bar is always set quite high, joint most IPL titles. How do you deal with that pressure and expectations?
Well, I think the expectation is pressure on if you take on either side. So it's about us. We've always felt that our preparation, if we do our work, it's like kids in a school. If we do our homework, if we prepare ourselves well, the skill set that we have, the experience we have, will take care of things on the field. So we just need to focus on that, and allow these guys to go out there and play freely and add value to this group. I think that's been our mantra for many years is our preparation. So if you do that, I think rather than thinking of the end result, I think we will get to where we need to be.
Mahela, when you've got such great experience in and around your core group of players, what does that mean for the role of a coach? Is it about developing that younger talent a bit more? Can you leave those guys to their own devices, or how does that work from a coaching point of view?
Well, I think it's a little bit of a balancing act. I think at an IPL level, it's more about managing the expectations of those guys as well. I mean, they need to be freed up. They will have different roles to play within the group, and allowing them to do that. And it's about bringing the new group aligned to that structure of execution. What we ask of them as well, especially the international players. We've had some really good experienced guys in the past who did that for us. So we know that path. It's quite easy. Like Julie, like you said, these guys are experienced. They will lead them. But at the same time, we need to have that structure so that we don't derail. Whenever we see something, that's the coach's job to get back them on track and make sure that they're focused on the job in hand, that their preparation is done. They don't go too high or too low. It's a long season, so you need to keep them balanced, confident, relaxed, those are things that we will focus on behind the scene and make sure that we give them the tools that they need to go out and execute out in the middle.
Hi, Mahela, Anil here. It's good to see you back at MI, and I know you're always there, back in the old role of a head coach. But was there a temptation to pick that sixth spot as well, with so many uncapped Indians doing so well for Mumbai Indians?
Absolutely. I think that was hardest thing as well. I think all the guys, all the 5 guys who returned, we had a very deep conversation with our coaches, owners, and all that. It was a tough decision. But I think with the big auction, we needed options. Obviously, we can take RTM into that as well. So that gives us a bit more flexibility. I was listening to you guys. I mean, what we were trying to do is to cover our spots. These 5 guys gives us a lot of options in that space, in that playing 11. So it gives us a lot of flexibility then going into the auction as well. I'll tell you, we had some sleepless nights discussing on that because it was a tough call because we had some really good talent. But let's see how the auction goes. But that was the thinking behind it.
Mahela, do you know that Mumbai have never won without a left-arm New Zealand seamer in their squad?
Man, it's well documented.
And by the way, duly bowled only right arm. He's trying his luck with his left arm now.
Well, thank you so much, Mahela Jayawardene, for joining us. All the best for the mega auction and for the seasons ahead. Thank you so much again.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me. Cheers.